CFA Level 1 exam anytime soon, and are you wondering what should your strategy be on the exam day? Then you need to keep watching this. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you what your strategy should be for the CFA Level 1 exam paper. Literally, what should your approach be on exam day? So let's get started with it. But before that, if you're new to this channel, then please take 1 second to hit the subscribe button. If you've ever liked my work even a teeny tiny bit, then please join the community by subscribing to the channel. And while you're at it, do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. And for the very kind people who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. Okay, so first of all, tip number 1 or strategy that you should follow is follow the flow. Do not pre-think from your house. I know a lot of people say first do this subject, then do that subject. Do not get into that mess. It can get really bad. First of all, chances are you can end up skipping questions by mistake. Number 2, it is more time consuming because you'll be like, oh no, first I should do ethics, then I should do FSA, then I should do this, then I should do that. So the switching of subjects can lead to more time. It is basically very messy. I had tried it for my CFA Level 1 first exam AM session, and I know, literally God has saved me that I was able to complete my paper on time. It is the worst thing to do. Please just follow the flow. Whatever the first question is, do that. Whatever the second question is, do that. Follow the sequence. You will be in a better position. Trust me. Number 2, follow this strategy called method of elimination wherever you feel stuck. No matter how well prepared you are, let's just face it that there will be some questions where you do get confused, where you feel like, I can't figure out the answer. It's fine. It happens with everyone. First of all, accept it. Do not panic. Next, try to follow method of elimination. जिसका आंसर नहीं आ रहा, try to find out what the wrong answer is. Like, for example, I know this question, I cannot figure out the answer, but I'm very sure that option A and option C is not the answer. Well and good, by default, option B will be the answer. It's fine. A lot of people do it. You have to be strategic. Now, in spite of doing method of elimination, if you feel like you really can't crack the question and you've already spent 1.5 2 minutes on that question, and somewhere in the back of your head you know कि ये तो मुझे नहीं आ रहा भाई, कुछ नहीं, क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझ आ रहा, move on. Do not waste time on a single question. Again, it is just gonna take your overall paper time and lead to more panic. Just go to the next question. Having said that, do not just move ahead blankly. Make sure that you fill some option between A, B, C. Fill something. Do not leave that question blank. Fill an option and then move ahead. Why? Just in case, for the rarest of the rare reason, if you reach the end of the paper and time is a problem, at least that question was not blank. CFA exam में negative marking नहीं होता है, and you need to take advantage of it. Why leave something blank? At least there is 33.333% chance that that answer could be correct rather than leaving it blank. Now, which option should we choose? Should we do inky pinky ponky and choose an option? No. The option that you will choose, that random decision for the questions that you absolutely don't know, absolutely don't have a method of elimination that you can follow, literally for which you are absolutely blank, you will pre-choose the option at home. That means before your exam, a day before, you will pre-think that, okay, all the answers that I absolutely do not know, I will mark C, or I will mark B, or I will mark A, whatever your pick is. Usually what I used to do and what I still do is that I see कि mocks में ज़्यादा क्या option है, and then I just choose that as the option. Or sometimes I just ask my mother, ABC में से कोई एक बताओ, and for all the questions that literally सर के ऊपर से गए हैं, I place that option. Why? Why not think on that day, do inky pinky ponky? One, like I said, waste of time. On the CFA exam day, it's a professional exam. You need to be aware of every minute. Even though CFA Level 1 exam mein time is not such a big issue, still you need to be careful on your part. So again, it's a waste of time. Number 2, in that inky pinky process or that inni mini miny mo process that you do, you are getting distracted. Even that 1 second of distraction from your horse blinds can lead to a problem in the paper. I always say this, the CFA exam is not that tough. It's all about A, how well you've prepared, of course, and number 2, on the exam day, where is your mind, how alert you are, how present you are in the moment. And believe me, it takes that 1 second of being distracted, inky pinky ponky, takes your mind to a different direction. It can lead to your mind drifting, your mind shifting. You do not want that. So rather than getting into that mess, you pre-choose the option, Save your time, save the effort. You're not thinking about anything else because you're still focusing on the paper like a blind hawk. The moment you finish the paper, when you're done with all questions, you can come back and see at that point of time that do you want to change the answer. But while going through the paper, this is the best way that you can move forward. Other than that, in CFA level 1, there are no case studies, so do not worry about that. Question lengths, honestly, they vary between short, medium. I would say I've never seen a very lengthy question, but you don't know what your luck on that particular days. But usually medium length is something you can expect, right? In terms of difficulty of the paper, I always say do a plus minus two levels of difficulty from the CFA Institute exam. So exams, the CFA exam can be either similar level of difficulty, slightly more difficult, say +2 tak. I have never seen it go more than that, or -2. And last but not the least, like I said, be focused. The more alert you are on that day, the better you'll be able to crack answers, the better you'll be able to spot where the tricky questions are, because that's the slightly difficult part that is there. If you've studied well, I don't see anything else to be that difficult other than the maybe tonality in which they ask the question. They can trick you in there, which again you can easily spot if your mind is at the right place, if you are alert, if you are present in the moment. Okay, with that, we've come to the end of this video. Let me know if you have any more questions, or if you want me to make any follow-up video to this. What kind of video would you like to watch? Let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to help. And if you like this particular video, do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.